Toastmaster Akash, you are not an astrologer. You are not an astrologer, Toastmaster Akash.
Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your hand if you are aware of an astrologer or astrology. Thank God. Now evaluator cannot say that you chose an irrelevant topic. Now please raise your hand if you are sure that you are not an astrologer. And as MOC Toastmaster Narendra has told me twice that you are not an astrologer, I also agree that I am not an astrologer. That is, one thing is clear, we are not astrologers. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
They say, I don't know who they are, but they say English is a funny language. But for me, it has been a scary language. When the government announced that the English will be taught from the first standard in government schools, I was in the second standard. For me, English started in the fifth standard. Before I started to learn English, one day someone asked me, "Hey, can I call you Sky?" I said, "Why?" He said, "If we translate Akash in English, it becomes sky. And like that, there is a word in English for each word in Marathi." And I misunderstood. I thought there is a word in English for each word in Marathi means while talking in English, I need to translate everything from Marathi to English, including people's names, villages or cities' names, etc. In that way, my name Akash becomes Sky. And then I started wondering what my surname, my father's name, my village's name would be called in English. Imagine if this was the case, our Toastmaster Ravi would be called as Sun. Toastmaster Satyam would be called as the Truth. Sundar would be called as Beautiful. Joylan would be called as, forget, his name is already in English. The problem was, how will I remember these many names or words? With this tension, I started learning English. And then I realized that whatever I was thinking was stupidity. This story is from my childhood. So let's take it lightly. I will tell you a story of my friend. That friend can be me. But as this video will go on YouTube, 99% chances are that friend is not me. He was a famous person in his college. After completing engineering, he went for an MBA. And on the first day of college, he saw his engineering college crush. The girl he always wanted to marry was sitting in his class. What a coincidence. Same college, same class, not same bench though. He thought, yes. As she knows him and she is aware of his achievements of engineering days, she is the girl. There should not be any problem now. Everything is just perfect. But there was one problem. That girl was from different caste. And he knew his parents. He knew his orthodox parents will never accept that girl. He used to think day and night about it. He used to tell his friend what was going on in his mind. And used to ask for suggestions. Also, he used to gather some courage and used to plan how he will convince and if required will fight with his orthodox parents and family. He used to prepare a plan for every possible situation may occur. He even had a plan what he would do if his parents don't allow them in their house. After thinking for a couple of months, after preparing plan for every possible situation, he could convince his mind that he is ready to face any consequences. He finally went to that girl. He expressed his feelings. He even told her that this caste issue can be handled effectively. You don't worry about it. And when that girl saw confidence in his eyes, she said, "Sorry, I have a boyfriend." He was devastated. Not because she said no, but because he wasted 2 months in thinking unnecessary things. What is common between in these two stories is, for records, the common thing is not me. Ladies and gentlemen, during our bad times or when we go through lot of stress, our mind starts thinking about unpleasant incidents or bad thing which might happen in the future. I have talked to many people about this, and this happens with almost everyone. Whatever we do, those things don't leave our mind. And later, we realize that we were thinking about stupid things. And some of them we don't even remember later. And almost all of them don't happen. And even if few things happen, they don't happen the same way our mind anticipated. One thing we should understand that we cannot see the future because we are not astrologers. Hence, whenever such thoughts come in your mind, stop thinking about them, as it is most likely that those things won't happen. And remind yourself that you are not an astrologer. I hope this idea will help many of you. And please don't thank me for sharing this. Just tell 3 people to subscribe my YouTube channel. Over to you, Toastmaster.